welcome to this week's LOLC Securities Weekly Market Roundup. I am Megara Vijay Manav.
And I am Tharidu Amarasekara. This is the sound of profitability. According to the Ministry of Finance, Sri Lanka has had an extremely high participation in its offer to swap new bonds with the defaulted sovereign bonds. The overall participation is expected to be around 98%.
Sri Lanka offered to exchange $12.5 billion of bonds for new securities with a haircut of 27%. Sri Lanka defaulted on its external debt in 2022 after 2 years of extreme macroeconomic policy involving Barber Room-style tax cuts and money printing. By that time, Sri Lanka was buried in over $13 billion of sovereign bonds and syndicated loans taken during back-to-back currency crises from inflation targeting without a floating rate and also rate cuts to boost growth or target potential output.
Colombo Stock Exchange All-Share Price Index hit an all-time high by breaching its 14,000 mark. The index has been steadily rising since November. Market participants have stated that local high-net-worth individuals and institutions are taking position as company profiles are improving.
Investor interest in banking stocks led the charge originally amidst expectations of the successful completion of the international sovereign bond restructuring. Further to note, the interest was seen in companies with exposure to the automotive industry on the anticipated lifting of the vehicle import ban, whereas diversified financials saw stock prices rising. The tourism and construction industries have also attracted investor interest amidst promising tourist arrivals and increasing projects respectively.
The Cabinet of Ministers approved at their meeting a security agreement with the Asian Development Bank to obtain a loan of $200 million. This is to strengthen and modernize the country's electricity transmission system.
The funding provided under ADB's initiative to enhance trust in the country's electricity system will be disbursed as two separate loans, one of $150 million to the CEB and $50 million to LECO. Both loans will be issued with a treasury guarantee to ensure secure repayment. The proposal was initially approved during the cabinet meeting held on the 2nd of September this year under the previous regime. The project seeks to address critical issues in electricity transmission network, focusing on modernizations and enhanced reliability.
Now it's time for the corporate highlights. Luminex PLC has been awarded the contract in order to enhance the public water treatment plant in the Horana export processing zone.
Bids are called following the National Competitive Procurement Procedure. Of the 11 bids submitted, Luminex was selected following the recommendations of the Procurement Committee appointed by the Cabinet of Ministers. Under the previous regime, the Cabinet approved to increase the capacity of the public water treatment plant in the Horana export processing zone through utilization of funds of the Sri Lanka Board of Investments.
Lion Brewery Ceylon PLC recently opened its first innovation center dedicated towards craft and specialty brews, mainly targeting the export market. This is also a BOI approved project.
This initiative is the latest milestone in Lion Brewery's continuous journey in brewing innovation and is poised to further the presence of Sri Lankan brews on the global stage. Industry research shows global demand for craft and specialty brews growing exponentially in the next 5 years, driven by consumers seeking high-quality flavor innovations made sustainably and ethically. Moreover, this demand is also visible through the tourism industry, with travelers looking for specialty food and beverage offerings to enhance their unique travel experience. Lion Brewery made Rs 305 billion tax contribution in the past 6 months to Sri Lankan economy.
Twinery leads Sri Lankan innovation as it celebrates 100 granted patents. Twinery, the innovation arm of the global apparel tech leader Amaze Holdings, announced its 100th utility patent.
Twinery's journey demonstrates the power of homegrown talent to create world-class technologies, positioning Sri Lanka as a rising force in the fields of technology, apparel, and science. These patents, spanning 23 original innovations and granted across more than 20 regions, including the USA, Europe, Japan, and India, are more than just technological achievements. Through visionary thinking and collaboration, Twinery has turned groundbreaking ideas into tangible solutions, developing 23 disruptive technologies across material science, chemistry, electronics, thermodynamics, and textile engineering.
Time for the ESG update of the week. The US solar industry is entering a lean time period with the new installations expected to hit a plateau through the decade. And this is further bad news because this effect is happening even before Donald Trump has taken office for his second term.
After a period of frantic growth for US solar, with the rate of new deployments sporting double-digit growth in 4 of the last 5 years, installations in 2024 will slip 1.8% to 40.5 gigawatts, according to a report released on Wednesday from Wood Mackenzie and the Solar Energy Industries Association. Over the next 5 years, expansion will be essentially flat, with average annual growth of around 2%.
And here's Megara with the international news update of the week.
Sony Group, Japan's third largest company by market value, has turned itself around by going just beyond games consoles and expanding to acquisitions of IP.
In addition to Sony Interactive Entertainment, which makes the PlayStation, the giant Sony Group also includes Sony Pictures, which produces films like the Spider-Man series, and Sony Music, which includes Columbia Records. Sony is trying to unlock synergy across its subsidiary companies to produce original entertainment content for consumers. In the last fiscal year ending March, Sony's entertainment business, which includes music, movies, and games, accounted for 60% of total revenue. That's double from a decade ago, according to Sony, when the entertainment business accounted for just 30% of total revenue.
And that's it for this week's LOLC Securities Weekly Market Roundup. No matter what investment decision you make it with the right intel. We will see you next week. Have a pleasant season.